Hey guys, Cameron is the name, and today, yet again, Pikmin 2 is the game. Last time, we entered the Subterranean Complex, and got not a ship piece, a treasure on the surface. And in this episode, we are going to be taking on the Subterranean Complex, which is, without a doubt, the hardest cave we have been to yet. It'll be very interesting. There's also a lot of new enemies here that I don't know the names of, so you're going to see a lot of things on the screen, like right now. This guy, what is he? He's like a swooping snitch bug, but he doesn't go for Pikmin, he goes for captains. If you're grabbed by this guy, all you gotta do is just move around your joystick a lot, mash a lot of buttons, and you can usually get away unharmed. But if you don't, he will throw you on the ground and deal you a little bit of damage. In case you haven't been paying attention, captains as well do have they have a health meter on the left. So if that runs out, then they will no longer be able to help you in the cave that you're in. They'll have to retire for the mission. So you don't want that to happen, but that shouldn't happen unless you're just really letting your captains be beat up a lot. But regardless, do be wary of that, do be aware of that, there you go. But starting out, the sub level really isn't that difficult, but it really gets a lot harder down the line. There's a lot of poison geysers right here off the bat. I recommend taking those out, but poison really isn't that dangerous of an obstacle. I say as one of my Pikmin is dying from poison. I like how his mouth is open. I don't think I've ever seen a Pikmin with their mouth open before. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to this dungeon. Oh, not this dungeon, this cave. Because of the last one. Remember I was talking about how bombs would just fall out of the sky and how it was really hectic. Yeah, this one even more so. This one is about 5 times as hectic. So get ready. It might take you an attempt or two to get through here with a number of Pikmin at the end that you're happy with. Because I won't lie, I did have one failed attempt at recording this dungeon, not this dungeon, this cave. So just do be aware of that. These guys right over here, I recommend you just spam them with your purples. They stun pretty easily, and if you do that, then you really shouldn't have any worries. And hopefully you did go into the dungeon with a good number of purples, but you really don't need to worry about whites that much. I mean, if you have a good 10 whites off the bat, you should be fine. But we're going to be getting a lot of white Pikmin in this cave, so be excited for that. We're going to be getting a lot of white Pikmin and purples as well. No! Speaking of whites, gotta be careful. I didn't see him around the corner. And oh, this doesn't look good. I had to find a way to kill the children without waking up the mom. Okay. I guess we'll just use purples for this? I don't know. Here's another little tip, is that if you want to make sure you're throwing only one Pikmin type, I mean, you can switch with pressing B on the bottom of the controller if you're playing the Wii version. But if you want to make sure you don't another Pikmin type doesn't find its way into your array of Pikmin that you're throwing, just keep your Pikmin there for a little while, and they'll actually get in line based on color. So which saying it like that sounds pretty terrible, but they'll do that, and you can make sure that you're throwing all the Pikmin of one type, that you're not mixing them up. So that's nice. All right, so we're gonna dig this up right here, and this is our first treasure that we're bringing back, and then we're gonna have one more after this. So we're just gonna let we have a lot of white Pikmin on there. I like white Pikmin because they're fast. That's another thing, is that there is a lot of poison in here, but a lot of times the best asset of the white Pikmin in this dungeon, it really is their speed. It comes very, very useful in this dungeon. I hate that. Why do I keep saying dungeon? I mean, I don't think I'm technically wrong in saying dungeon, but I feel like I'm technically wrong. I don't know. But in this cave, their speed is very, very useful. So, like I said, we're going to be getting plenty of them out of the line. So if you didn't enter with that great of a number, don't fret. You'll have a chance to get some later in the cave! Not the dungeon. That's going to be the title of this video, something along those lines about me yelling about dungeons and caves. Exhausted Super Stick. Speaking of tape, I just bought some tape earlier today. That actually brings up a topic that I was eventually going to get to talking about. I've recently been given a new responsibility at my workplace, and that is customer service. I'm not solely in charge of customer service now, but I'm supposed to be like the face of customer service, and I'm supposed to kind of coordinate, those good service practice, if that makes any sense. And I also have some other responsibilities, along with everything that I've now been given. And I made I'm trying not to get too far into details here, because goodness, I could talk about it for a really long time. I made a little box, or a little station today, a little office station, that will be used for, it's customer service related. Okay, I really don't want to get into the details because I don't want to give all that information away. But it's a really cool little box. It's artsy. It goes along with, which by the way, I work at Chick-fil-A. It goes along with the Chick-fil-A theme. It has like a cow pattern on it, and it's a really cool little thing. And I bought tape to make it. I used tape along the way of making it. And I spent more money on it than I care to admit. I mean, it wasn't that bad. Just it's for what it is. I hate that I spent the amount of money on it that I did, but it's okay. It's fine. It was work related. They'll probably reimburse me, and brownie points. So, anyways, sub-level 2. Okay, so, what I recommend doing off the bat is dividing your Pikmin, getting your purples, and your yellows. They're going to be really useful for what we're going to be doing right up here. These guys, when you first start, they seem like the worst enemy, but once you get used to them, they're really not that difficult to take out. However, they are very dangerous. The two most dangerous hazards, at least in my opinion, in Pikmin, are bombs and electricity, because they kill instantly and have no limit as to how many they can kill. I mean, same with water, but not instantly. I mean, you have a chance to kind of keep that from happening. Spooping stitch bugs are so annoying right here. This is a very, very, very inconvenient enemy combination. We're going to try to take him out really, really quick with the yellow Pikmin before these guys over here come along with the bombs. See, they have balloons. That's how they stay afloat, and then they'll throw their bombs down. Their bombs, if you couldn't tell, are pretty huge. They're pretty big. They have a pretty big blast radius as well. So what you want to do is, I recommend using yellows for this. Pop their balloons with the yellow Pikmin, and then they'll fall to the ground, and then you'll be able to kill it. And sometimes you can even pop it before they make their bombs. See right over there, they're already carrying bombs. But if you move fast enough, you can kill them before they have a chance to make another bomb. And if you do what I did right there, you can actually even use their bombs against them. See, I'm getting him right now before he even gets a chance to fly back up again. See right over there on the right, he doesn't have a bomb yet, but once you get close, he'll make one. There he goes. I don't know how they make bombs, but oh well. It's a pretty interesting technique they've used, they've made to protect themselves. I mean, nature is pretty cool in Pikmin. You know, I don't think Earth will ever produce a creature that can make its own bombs, biologically. But and even if he is holding a bomb, after you pop his balloons, he usually throws his rock off to the side, or his bomb off to the side, far enough to where it wouldn't hurt any of your Pikmin. Now, there's also some bombs just lying around on the ground. They will not detonate at all unless one of your Pikmin attacks it. And one of your Pikmin will attack it if it's in range and if it is idle and not with a captain. So, always make sure your Pikmin are with a captain when you're around these bombs. Either that, one thing you can do is, and I'm going to show you right here, you can go through the sub-level before you even do anything and just trigger the bombs. And I didn't do it right here, actually. But if I wanted to, I could have one of my Pikmin hit the bomb, have it run away, and just go throughout the entire sub-level and detonate all the bombs, so I won't have to worry about it later down the line. And when you have one bomb go off, it makes another bomb go off that's within range. So, like that. Okay, let's just call everybody off of this. Please. That wasn't supposed to happen, but it did. And this is going to be called Network Main Brain. I think it's a light. Is that a kind of light bulb? I don't really know. Oh, and then that one set off that bomb, like I said. So, it's pretty cool. But yeah, they have a really big blast radius, so you kind of want to steer clear of those. We've already got back one item. That's going to be our last treasure to get back for the day. We're just kind of wait until they carry that back. But today's 4th of July, so for those of you in the States, happy 4th. I hope today is great for you. Hopefully this video is actually going up on the 4th. If it's going up on the 5th, happy late 4th, I guess. Happy 4th from the 5th. And I am going to be going to my friends later today for a 4th of July party, which will be fun. I don't really know all of what we're going to do. I think we're just going to hang out a little bit. But hey, it's an excuse to hang out. Spirit Flogger. What is a flogger? I've never heard of that before my entire life. What is a flogger? Am I just uneducated, or is that an actual weird word? I don't know. I'm curious. And these next couple of episodes will be a little bit longer because the Subterranean Complex is a pretty long cave, especially if you take care of it carefully, like I do. I don't play around with the Subterranean Complex. I don't. I take my sweet time and make sure that I don't have a massacre. So that's what I recommend you do. Even if it does take a little bit of time. Okay, these guys right over here, I don't think they've actually been shown in the series yet. I will put the name up on the screen right now. They can't actually hurt any of your Pikmin, but they're very dangerous. Because if you have a hazard going on, like let's say you have an enemy that you really need to take care of who's like a big Bulborb who's going to eat all your Pikmin, and then one of those things drops, your Pikmin go crazy and they will not listen to you. They'll just run everywhere. They panic. You have to wait till the spiders go away till you can really do anything. Hey! My lucky day! Wow, we're having a lot of firsts in this video. Here's another one. The red liquid you see contains refined ultra-spicy essence. 1 drop contains 1 dose. Press 2 to spray this extract on your entire group. Have you tried it yet? I certainly have, Ship. You have asked me before to try it. And you've seen me try it. I mean, I'm guessing the Ship sees all that we do. I mean, I'm guessing that it's all knowing of our affairs down here. I mean, at least if it's radioing into us, I guess. I don't know. Alright, I actually got really lucky right there. Because sometimes you'll get really lucky with the layouts of these sub-levels, and you'll have an item be really close to the ship, like that, and that's convenient. Sometimes not so much. But I feel like I got pretty lucky with some of these sub-level setups, and you'll see what I mean later down the line. Coiled launcher. Alright, and with that, let's see what I'm going to want to do. There's a lot of fire hazards up there. There's also a lot of, forgetting the name of them, the green guys. And they're actually kind of dangerous. Especially on the sub-level, and I'll tell you why. Because, as you can see, we're kind of on a little, like, a metal platform, and the abyss is just a few feet away. And these guys will launch Pikmin off their backs when they're attacked. They'll, like, hurl them off forward in front of them. So if you have one that's, you know, anywhere near an edge, they will hurl all of your Pikmin off the side. Here's a little strategy I recommend. If you want to take out these fire geysers and don't want to risk the lives of any red Pikmin, their rocks will actually damage and take out the fire geysers. So you can just stand in front of one and let them hurl the rocks in front of them if you'd like to. You know, again, I'm just being super careful here, but that's what I recommend you do. So, it's all up to you, though. So, we're going to go take out this guy right over here first, and it's going to take me a moment to get a good angle on him, so I'll see you guys once I get this guy taken care of. Also, before I forget to mention this, something that I wasn't thinking of when I was playing right here, what you can also do is, I mean, I've done this before, is have one of them hurl their rock at the other one, and you can take one of them out easily. And once you get one of them taken out, it's really not that hard. It's just together they pose quite a threat. And I also recommend using your purples to stun them, because once you do that, it also makes it go down really quick because you stun them and they don't really have a chance to throw your Pikmin off into the abyss. So I recommend you do that as well. But yeah, you really only need to worry about one of them, because once you start getting one to hurl rocks to the other, I mean, you're set. So I'll see you guys once I get this one taken care of, because like I said, I wasn't quite thinking when I was playing the game right here. So I'll be right back in one moment. Alright, like I said, don't overthink it. Just make sure it's at an angle to where it really can't hurl your Pikmin off the ledge, and just load it on with purples, and that's really all you got to do. I was really overthinking it right here. These guys really aren't that bad. It's just you have to find a good way to take one of them out. So anyways, with that, we're going to have them carry back this gear. Let's throw not a purple on it. Oh, I hate how slow purples are. I mean, I kind of wish there was, like, another Pikmin type that had, like, the strength of purples, and the speed of whites, and, you want to be able to access it until, like, the very end of the game, or maybe, like, a bonus feature in the game. Or maybe they have, like, a super Pikmin. And this Pikmin hat would have every... 2 whites and 2 purples have been lost so far. And one other Pikmin who I guess doesn't matter because we have 5 Pikmin lost. We've lost 5 Pikmin and I've only taken note of 4. I kind of wondering what happened to that one Pikmin. Oh well, that's sad. That Pikmin will not be remembered. Okay, let's load you on with purples. You're not at an angle that I need to worry about you, so we're just gonna kind of go ahead and do that. And I should have gotten a purple on there before I did. Luckily, nothing really bad happened, but I should have loaded it on with purples from the beginning. All right, let's throw some Pikmin onto there, and I think that's gonna be all. I think that's gonna be all the treasures for the sub level. But now that I'm back from Trinidad, that is my last big summer trip, my last big thing for the summer. So, let me get off topic right here for a second. Here's one of those white candy pop buds I was talking about, or one of the, I think they're called ivory candy pop buds, excuse me. Right there for you. So, there's our first little batch of white Pikmin. So, you're gonna get a lot of white Pikmin in this cave. But, getting back to what I was saying, now that all my summer travels are done, I can finally, buckle down and get down to business on my summer goals, the things I want to do. I can also work more and make more progress at work. Super strong stabilizer. So I'm really excited. I'm glad to just be back, back home, back to working on the goals that I set for the summer. Because I've set a lot of goals. I mean, some of them are serious. Some of them are like, study Japanese, and some are like, finish so-and-so TV show. So, it's just stuff I want to have done by the end of the summer. Things that I don't really have time for in the middle of the school year that I want to do and get out of the way. So I can say that I've done them. Because once the school year comes around, I won't have any time. And you have two of these kind of sub-levels, maybe three. I'm pretty sure it's two of these sub-levels in this cave that don't have any treasures on them, nor any enemies. Because the sub-level is as difficult as it is, they have kind of like little rest areas like this for you. And on these rest areas, you can usually find some candy pop buds to restore your numbers a little bit. Well, to convert to white and purple Pikmin, and also eventually we'll get a queen candy pop bud that'll allow us to actually get some more Pikmin. So you can kind of restore your numbers a little bit for your losses, because you will likely at least have one in this dungeon. I mean, if you go through this on your first time and you don't have a single death, then I applaud you. I mean, if I wanted to, I could probably, have a run or two and go through like 1, 2, or maybe even 3 failed runs and get a perfect run without any Pikmin deaths. But I mean, especially the boss of the sub-level as well. I mean, I don't want to give anything away, but it's quite difficult as well. So definitely the most difficult, not of the sub-level, of this cave. And this is definitely the most difficult cave we've done yet. So with that, that was 3, if I'm correct, 3 ivory candy pop buds in the sub-level. We had 1 on the last one, so there you go. It's 20 white Pikmin. And we're going to flower these guys up as well. So let's get a purple, and we're going to have them break all that nectar so we can take care of that. Because, as you guys know, if there's one thing I don't like, it's unflowered Pikmin. I mean, especially unflowered purples, but I like my whites to be flowered. I like them to be primed and at top speed. Okay, and no, that didn't get everybody. Okay, wait, I think that's got everybody. Yeah, I don't see any leaves anywhere in that pile. So, with that, I think we're going to end things off here. Next time, let's play Pikmin 2. We'll finish the Subterranean Complex. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time. Goodbye, guys.